Hey there guys, T2 here from Boston Paintball. I haven't talked to you guys in a little while, but I want to give people a little bit of an update as to the state of the Twister project, the autococker project right now. We are obviously in the midst of things. We are up to our eyeballs in autocockers and autococker parts. So for those of you guys that have ordered guns that have been waiting, some of you guys for months and months and months, I'll kind of give you an idea of where we're at right now. So all of the F1 and F2 models, all the way up to serial number 70, have been shipped out and are basically in the hands of the customers that ordered them and prepaid for them. With the exception of this one right here, which I will show you, he's actually picking it up this morning. So I want to give you guys a little peek as to what you get with the F1. Actually, this is an F2 kit, but you'll see what you get with the F1 and F2 kit if you order one. So as for the F3s, 4s, and 5s, all of those guns leading up to serial number 70 are all out at Arc Anodizing. They have, as of right now, done 21 guns. That was as of Friday. They had done 21 guns. So they originally were said 41 guns in that batch. So we anticipate those guns to be coming back. F3 and 4 customers, your guns are probably going to be built as soon as they come in. We have all the parts in-house to complete those guns. I think there were 4 or 3 F4s in that batch. Additionally, there's a bunch of F3s sprinkled in there. But for the F5s, we have to send out the frames to get one little last minute thing done that you guys, I think, will be very, very happy with, and it'll be exclusive just to F5 customers only. So we've got to leave some surprises, so I'm not going to tell you what that is just yet. But for right now, I want to show you guys what you get if you order an F2 package. So this is an F2 Landfall Edition. I put up 2 guns yesterday. We had a local dealer that decided that he didn't want to take delivery of them, so we found homes for them pretty quickly. So if you guys want to check out what you get with an F2, we'll open this up. I know that Jason, one of our customers, did a bit of an unboxing video. So when you open it up, this is what you see. Did a bit of an unboxing video when he got his last week. So first and foremost, for Landfall customers, you get this little packet right here. So this packet has a bunch of stuff inside. It's sealed right from us. I'll kind of give you a breakdown of what you get. So you're going to get your limited edition print. So this is actually a blueprint of the very, very, very first prototype gun and frame. This is the gun that we displayed at Paintball Extravaganza. Each one is individually numbered and signed. So it's a cool little thing. You know, it's like if you had a blueprint for a house or something, it's kind of the same idea. So we thought that was a neat thing to toss in. Additionally, you're going to get a ton of goodies. You're going to get your certificate of authenticity. This one's right in here. But they all come stamped and signed with the number of your gun and a QR code to link you to the database to show where your verification is. Plus, you're going to get sticker sheets, a couple different kinds of Boston Paintball sticker sheets. You are going to get this, which I think was actually kind of cool. Our friends at Empire tossed these in. What basically this will do is allow you to go play for free, paintball for free, at any Empire field, which is now a GI field, so I guess it's kind of the one and the same. So it doesn't matter where you go, it's the Vulcan field, you'll be able to play. That waives your entrance fee, so you just buy paint, because we want you to use these guns, right? So we thought that was a nice little add-on. It was cool that Empire to come to the plate and add a little something into the mix there. So now that we've got away from all the goodies you're going to get with it, we'll get rid of this packet real quick. You're going to get a Boston Paintball bag. These are actually kind of cool. Very Red Sox themed. Their lawyers love this one, I assure you. All right, now to the nitty gritty. So I'm just going to give you an idea of how it's packed. You guys get it. That's kind of the layout of it. Right there. Okay. I'll show you what you get. First and foremost, big enchilada, the body. The bag with the body also has your front block and has your back block inside, your P block. And these are wrapped in a very, very thick plastic wrap. The individual parts inside are wrapped as well, and they're put in a bag, so they're not going to ding around and scratch it or damage anything. We wrap them with care from here, so we want to make sure that everybody's getting stuff that's going to come to you the way we designed it to come to you and not damaged in any way, shape, or form. Everything is individually wrapped by us. So here's your Planet Eclipse LV1 feed neck, pre-assembled, so we know that it has all the parts included for you. It's not missing anything. ASA. This is actually revision 5 or 6 ASA, so this is the production one. There's a couple other ones that are floating out there that we did not include. This F2, of course, will come with a supercell frame and grips. Pair of grips. I can get the grips on here so you can see. People were asking about these, but these are APP, Allen paintball grips. They're very thin, so you get 360 degrees of grip around all sides of the frame, which we like. I think that's a kind of a cool thing that accents the frame a little bit. Of course, you guys are more than welcome to do what you want. You can always change it out if you'd like to down the road. Let's see what else. Bolt. These are the twister bolts that we had custom spun. They're quick, we call them quick pull, but it's a pretty standard Delrin bolt, but it has accenting to match the back milling of the block. I don't know if any of you guys have actually seen these bolts yet. I don't think we showed you guys yet, but the back of it mirrors the milling pattern on the back of the P block, so it's actually kind of cool. It's a great little bolt. We just figured we would give you guys one of these. Everybody's going to get one of these. Doesn't matter what model you have, because we want you guys to have a matching bolt. Evo and P block bolts sometimes be kind of hard to find, so we wanted to include it with every single gun that we carry. So next up, your pops on off. I'm sure if you guys have been playing paintball for more than, I don't know, a month, you've probably seen a million of these things. Every Planet gun basically comes with them. All their premium guns, their LVs and their Geos. Push button purge on off system. It has a macro line fitting with it as well, and it slides directly onto the bottom of the supercell frame, so it's actually a cool little streamlined piece there. It's very compact. Some of you guys saw these were a surprise. We threw them for everybody. Boss Paintball dog tag. Welcome to our army. So we included these with all of them as well. Here are your trigger components that we include. So an ANS plate, polished sear, trigger shoe with all the hardware, trigger spring, sear spring, as well as a trigger pin. So it's basically all the pieces you need to put together your frame and make it go bang bang. So we put all that together too. Here are all your internal components. So you got your IVG, you got your hammer, you've got your valve stem, valve nut, you got your hammer lug, your VAA O-ring is in there too. I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of on the back there. And your IVG assembly plus your detent, which we decided to throw in with all the guns. Just for the delay, I just decided to go out of pocket and give everybody a detent, and it's aluminum too, so you can anno it to match your gun. And because this is a landfall, of course, you're gonna get the barrel. So here's your ultralight barrel, 2-piece, again, individually wrapped. We don't want anything dinging around. Pretty neat. And that's pretty much what you get with kit. It seems kind of ridiculous how much stuff you get for the money that you spend, but it's a great value, obviously, compared to other kits that are out there. We'll pack this back up. Now, any of you guys that have gotten these, you'll notice the tape that runs around the edge here. So this is actually like a highly reflective, super durable, anti-tamper tape, which it's like industrial grade stuff. It's like impossible to tamper with this, and it's very easy to tell if somebody has cut it just because of the pattern, the way it kind of runs. So you'll know that nobody messed with this outside of leaving this factory, which is exactly what we want. So with the F2 stuff out of the way, I want to show you a couple little things that we've been working on. I've been kind of working under Lappy for the past couple weeks. For those of you guys that are not familiar with Lappy, Lappy was the principal gun tech of Boston Paintball back in the era that our autocockers were the gun of the gun of the century there. So he built pretty much all the express guns. He built all the twisters. He worked on essentially all the reflex guns as well. So he's well versed in how we do things, and we've changed some things in this project last minute just because he wants it to be as good as it possibly can be, and he feels that there's some modifications we could make, especially the trigger frames in general, and some new techniques with polishing that he wanted to kind of explore, which he kind of ran me through the gamut. The polishing process for each part is very, very extensive. My hands are basically raw at this point from hand polishing everything. We're not using machines to polish any of this stuff. It's all basically being done by hand for the F5s. I can show you some of the components now. It's pretty much a 19 to 20 step polishing process, which will essentially get you, hopefully I can get that to, an absolute mirror finish. It is glass smooth. It's ridiculous how smooth these parts are. I'm trying to get my phone to, so that's that piece. Of course, the higher the polish, the less friction you have. So it's going to be your lug. Even the trigger stop screws have been flattened and polished to give you as much surface area as possible to create as little wiggle as possible with your plates. Can't see anything because it doesn't want to focus, but it's okay. So yeah, we're waiting for Anno to come back. I can tell you that I have seen a handful of the bodies. They're beyond amazing. To see what you guys have come up with and thought of is pretty awe-inspiring. You know, it really is reminiscent of the old and vintage throwback stuff, and that's very, very cool for us to see, because that's the spirit of this project, is really to have some individual guns out there and create individuality again in the sport. You know, we don't want cookie cutter off the shelf stuff. It's amazing how the industry has kind of spun to the way it is now. I think a lot of companies are much more about profit margins and moving units, and they've lost kind of touch with what people want, and you know, what individuals want. Not everybody wants a black gun or a red gun. People want you know, a lightning splash, you know, or electric lemonade or Jurassic goo. You know, if we could give you guys that experience, that's great, and that's what we're doing. We're giving you an experience. That's what we're selling. We're not selling you just a gun. We want you guys to be happy. We want you to use them. That's why we're giving you free passes to go play paintball. You know, we don't want it just to sit on a wall. We want you guys to use it and let other people see it and inspire other people to do cool stuff to their guns. It's cool to be a part of paintball, and maybe potentially bringing back a little bit of history and letting this generation of player see how cool the old guns were, you know, in a modern day body. So that's pretty much it for the twisters. I just want to say, and I've been trying to figure out the best way to say this. So as most of you guys know, Bob Gurnsey, who was the founder of paintball, he was an amazing man, an innovator, a true innovator. He's the James Naismith of paintball. You know, what he was to basketball, he was to paintball. We kind of are lucky to see this sport in such early phases. You know, it's such a young sport and growing, and Bob really wanted people to play. He didn't really make a lot of money, to be honest with you. You know, he was involved in a lot of lawsuits and things like that through his career. He wanted people involved, and he wanted people to play paintball. And it's hard to see somebody like that pass and really not be recognized for his contribution to the sport. There wouldn't be a sport without Bob. And you know, I think that next time you guys show up to the field, before you head onto that field, remember why we're there. We're there to have fun. Bob wanted all of us to have fun, and he, through his passion to create this wonderful sport, he allowed people like me and all my colleagues here and a lot of my best friends that work in this industry to make a living and do what we love. And that is that's an amazing thing, you know, because a lot of people do what they hate, and it's great that we could do what we like and love every day and have a passion for it, just like Bob had a passion. So you guys that play, remember why you play and love it. You know, paintball's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be a task or a hassle. And for you guys that work in the industry, please don't lose touch of why you do this. You do it because people love this sport and you love this sport, or elsewise you wouldn't be here. So just take a second today to remember Bob and everything he's done for this sport and for you and for all of us, okay? And upon reflecting, you know, maybe take a second out of your day today and check out BobGurnsey.com, Bob's website, kind of the home of the Splat Master, and read about our rich history of the sport and where it started and its origins. It's very humble beginnings from where we've come from and how far we've gotten. Paintball is not about acquisitions and profit margins and things like that. You know, it's a shame when you see how far we've come and where we've ended up, you know, where you just have basically investors calling the shots now and they don't care about the growth and innovation of this sport. You know, very few people are really thinking out of the box and taking chances anymore, making stuff overseas and things like that. That's not what paintball's about. You know, this sport didn't start on an assembly line, and I hope to God it doesn't die on an assembly line, because that's where we're going, and it's scary. And Bob, you know, Bob tried so many things over the past decade to unify our industry and companies and players, and unfortunately the way business works, Bob's vision never became a reality between trade associations and things like that. So support grassroots paintball. I wouldn't say even just support us, but support the Inceptions, support the J4s, support those guys, the niche paintballs, the little guys, you know, the guys that are doing it homegrown and doing it right and doing small batches, and they care about their customers. Those are the guys that matter in this industry. So please, do yourself a favor today. Go to BobGurnsey.com, read, learn. You know, if you want to support his wife and his family through this hard time, you can check out all their stuff they have for sale on the site as well. Every little bit helps, I'm sure, at this time. So that's all, guys. It's T2 signing off. Bye-bye. Rest in peace, Bob.